The perfect Demko knife does not exist. Whoa, wait a minute. What do we have here, cowboy? What is this contender? That's right. This is the best Demko knife that they have ever made. This is the compact whale shark bladed Demko. I used to have one of these, and then I unfortunately sold it. There's a story. There's a story behind this knife. Let's tell that story. So I owned one of these. I paid more than I should have on the secondary market shortly after. This has a missing screw. Oh, look at that. Look at that, Demko. What is up with that? I just realized this has a missing screw. Okay, cool. I will have to email them about that. I need to check the box, make sure it's not in there. I don't think it is. I think they forgot to put it in there is what my guess would be. Anything else missing on here? Anything else, Demko? I was just singing your praises, and now we're dealing with a missing frickin' screw. So yeah, story behind this. I had one of these shortly after they dropped. I paid extra money on the secondary market to pick one of these up. And I liked it, but then I lost my job. And so I decided to sell it because I knew it was in high demand and I'd be able to sell it pretty easily. So I sold it. And then Demko did another drop of these on their website, right? Another drop. And I logged in, all raring to go, and refresh. I log in, add to cart. It let me check out. Oh my gosh, it let me check out. Then all of a sudden, all these other people were talking about how they scored the compact that they wanted to, right? Because they also had the textured, sculpted titanium. And everybody was talking about how easy this particular drop was, how everybody was able to score a knife. They must have made so many. Well, lo and behold, shortly after, we get an email from Demko basically saying, whoopsies, we actually sold out of these really quick, and there was a glitch on the website, and it allowed people to keep buying them. So most of the people that thought they scored one didn't, but Demko is pretty awesome. And basically what they did is they gave everybody, they refunded everybody for one thing that didn't actually score. And then they basically said, we will hold your spot in line so that when we do another run, you will get dibs, right? You will be able to buy one if you still want one. You don't have to do the whole drop thing and do that nonsense. And so lo and behold, I don't know how long it's been, 6 months, maybe 7 months. 8 months, 8 months. 7-8 months. I finally get the email and it says, hey, your knife is ready. Minus one screw. They were like, we're just one screw short of sending you the knife. Just kidding. They didn't say that. They just forgot my screw. And I was like, I got to do it. I mean, I wasn't really prepared to be buying this at the time that this came up for sale. But I couldn't pass it up, so I had to get one. We're rocking the Magnica. This thing is a fat, stubby little biatch. I love this whale shark blade shape. This also comes in the full size, but there's something about the compact that just works. It's got this different handle shape. It's also skeletonized. It's got lightning cuts inside the scales here, which doesn't always happen on the full tie Demkos. And so it just makes for a really, I wouldn't necessarily call it super compact. It is a large, beefy, thick boy. But compared to the full size, it is a little more compact and more wieldy. And it just, I don't know, something about it just looks really, really cool. And I got to say, this stonewash seems a little different than normal Demko stonewash. This looks more like when they outsourced to Lion Steel. I wonder if these blades are actually done by Lion Steel. Because Demko, just like Cold Steel, they're kind of known for their particular flavor of stonewashing that they do. It's a pretty distinct stonewash. Obviously, only real knife nerds would ever notice the difference. But this is kind of that more scratchy style that I've seen on their 80/20 eyes, which stand for international, meaning that they have outsourced some of the work. So maybe that's how they got these kind of out into production. Because when I say they oversold, they oversold. We're not talking that a few orders snuck in. The floodgates were open for a substantial amount of time, and a lot of people bought these knives, and there wasn't enough supply for them. So yeah, interesting. Usually they mark these as an I if it is international, but I don't see that anywhere. Maybe they just changed the way they do their stonewash or something like that. But man, the ergonomics on this thing are fantastic. This thing is amazing. I'm so glad I bought it. I was kind of regretting it for a minute, and I was like, man, I don't have any Demkos in my collection. And if I were to say what's the one Demko I would want, it would be this one. It would be the compact. However, I would choose it to have all the screws. I wouldn't skip a screw, but you know, that's just me. What do you guys think? What do you think of the Whale Shark Compact? Is it as cool? And the reason I call out the Whale Shark is for a long time, people kind of thought this blade shape, compact, were synonymous. But from what I hear, they're going to do a lot of different blade shapes in the compact size, including Wharncliffe and, you know, all the others. So we'll probably see a bunch of different blade shapes come about. But what do you guys think of this bad boy? Comment down below. Do you think it's as awesome as I think it is? All right, guys, I'm out. Talk to you later.